I've been doing independent reading with my students for 4 years. This is my 4th year doing it. Starting out, I was very skeptical that I could get kindergartners to do it, but the more strategies you teach them, the more independent they become, and it just starts rolling into a place where you didn't know that your kids could be so independent at the age of 5 and 6 years old.
So today, make sure you're asking, does it sound right? Does it look right? And does it make sense? Get it? Got it good?
Get it, got it good.
All right, ladies, you're gonna go get your book boxes first and find your spot. Go for it. Good job, nice and quiet. Boys, you're gonna get your book boxes and find your partners. Go. All right, guys, go ahead and take out your reading mats. Make a stack of your books that you're gonna read. Make sure you're sitting back to back with your partners.
In the beginning of the year, kindergarten students aren't able to actually read books. They take books with a lot of picture details and very simple words, easy to follow storyline, and they are reading the pictures of the book. Then as they're learning more sight words and more vocabulary, they're able to actually find the words on the page and start beginning reading. How Lizard Lost His Colors. You ready? Okay.
How Lizard lost his colors. Long ago, Lizard had many skin. It was very comfortable. The lizard loved his colorful skin.
Good job.
Lizard didn't not fall off.
Let's stop real quick. 1 second. It said lizard.
Didn't.
Is that the word didn't? What do you hear at the end of didn't? So that can't be didn't. Let's sound it out. Can you sound it out for me?
It
Did. Okay, so lizard did.
not fall off the rock. The rock rolled down the hill.
Good job.
The rock rolled on top of the hill. Lizard was stuck.
Good job. I think starting out, I definitely tried to help them too much. I didn't think that they could do it by themselves. Then after seeing where they were at the end of the year, the next year I said, I'm not gonna help them as much. I'm gonna let them continue to do this, and I'm gonna let them do it on their own, kind of sink or float. And if they start to sink, then I'll help them.
A sloth is an animal stock. It is very slow.
Good job. Keep going.
A whale is an animal stock. It is a very big.
Do you think you could read that word? So we know the beginning is big,
Big.
and the ending is est. Can you put them together? Big, est. Can you put them together? Biggest.
It's biggest.
Okay, keep going.
A mouse is an animal stock. It is very small.
Good job. So what do you think it says there? If this is the biggest, what do you think it says over there?
Smallest.
Good job. When I'm conferring with my students, I decide what question to ask by observing their reading. I usually wait until they make a mistake or I see where they're struggling in the book, and then from there I can make a decision what teach point I'm doing with the conferring that day. For instance, long vowel sounds or saying words that don't make sense or skipping over words. These are things I would say, let's stop and look at, and then it would become one of their reading strategies that they're working on, where they're working to make it into a habit.
There, Brother John, are
There are many.
many
You know that word.
kinds of well.
Silent E. What does the A say? Try the other A sound.
Do.
So it's not t, a, k. What else can A say? A can also say A, right? So try it with the other A sound. T.
A.
What does K say? T. A. K.
Take.
Take. That's right. So here's what I want you to work on, okay? Look, I wrote take on here. It says switch your vowel sound. Remember, A doesn't always say ah, ah, ah. It also says A, right? So you're gonna make sure that you're doing the correct vowel sound, okay? If it doesn't make sense, what should you do?
Sound it out.
Sound it out, but switch the sound, right? Can you do that for me? Awesome job. I take anecdotal notes for students on my conference sheet, and I decide what to put on there based on what strategy I think could really help them go to the next level.
Mice have
Ooh, that's a hard word. Can you sound it out?
fin.
Fin. Do mice have fins? No, they don't have fins, do they? Can you try something else? Could you try another sound? What other sound does I make? I. Can you try it with the I sound?
I'm fine.
Does that make sense? Mice have fine what?
Fur.
Good job. Keep going.
They can be white or other colors.
Can you name all the colors?
White, gray, brown, black. Mice have smell
That's a sight word. You know that.
and
Mice what?
mice are
Are. Good job. Real quick. So I want to talk to you about something. When you said mice have fin, does that make sense? So I just want to make sure, Mr. Michael, when we're reading, we know that mice don't have fins, right? You don't see a mouse going around with a fin on his back, do you? So we always want to ask ourselves, does it make sense? You got to keep trying until you get it right, right? So if it doesn't make sense, you got to stop and try again. Can you do that? All right, give me a high five. All right. Keep going.
mice are
When we transition them into partner reading, they have a partner on their reading level who is actually there to support them, because even though they're on the same reading level, where one is falling short, the other can support. Then we just keep adding more and more, and we start building their stamina. We might start the beginning of the year with 5 minutes reading time, where as we get closer to the end of the year, we can get up to 30 minutes reading time some days. Not every day, but it's really great for the students to be building that stamina, and we try to create a goal so that they get better and better at their reading time.
All right, it's time for partner read. Go ahead and turn knee to knee and get out one book. Get one book for both of you to read together. I'm walking around to see who's working.
skip count. I can count 10. No, it's 100 because I raised the more. What is this? I can. No, 2. I can count by B.
I've really been able to trust the students a lot more, working independently and not having to be on them. And I've also noticed sometimes when they're not exactly reading, they are talking about the book, and they're building their comprehension by talking about the book and comparing it to other books they've read or comparing it to real life. So I've really found that it helps the students become better readers all around.